Oh, that's not a pretty angle. So, more than usual, I'm feeling this pressure to create content. I'm really talking about my Easter message. Like, I'm preaching Good Friday plus Easter, and I want it to be good, simple, but yet profound, like all these things. And it reminds me kind of the struggle I have every week that a lot of people ask, like, how do I create consistent content? Like, what is my process for creating in the first place? So I thought, Trey, this video you can create today is about the process to create, and hopefully by you reminding yourself how you create, it will help you with your Easter sermon. See how selfish I am? I'm trying to use a video to get my sermon going. Roll the intro.
All I have to say each and every week, it's all we do if you haven't figured us out yet. Jesus is better. That's what we do every week.
Remember when I was going to talk about how I do my podcast setup? That's not for today. What are you doing?
Podcasting.
Boom.
Dougie! Dougie, Dougie, Dougie! Dougie, Dougie!
Now, one way I create consistent content is by 3 other C's. And the order really matters. Collect, create, consume. That's how you create consistent content. I imagine most of you start your day by consuming, meaning you go to your phone, and it just is not a great way to start. Unless, of course, it's a documentary. It's not a great way to start because it immediately stunts your creativity. It stunts your soul, to be honest. I'm not against consuming at all, but I am against the order by which to consume. Again, this is how I create consistent content. I start with the first C, that is collect. So collect, what does collect mean? I really like this word, just made it up this morning, because I think collect means 2 different things. Things. Number 1 is to collect your mind and your soul, right? Like you collect yourself. So for me, I wake up at 5 a.m., I immediately go to my office, which my lights are already on because they're timed that way, and I collect myself. I collect myself by getting into the Word, going through a journal, which I'm going to review with you guys soon, and just being at peace. Now, the beautiful part is I'm not rushing because it's only 5 a.m., and I'm not rushing. Oh, that was bad. I was going to do like a Russian accent right there. I know most people are still sleeping, so I don't feel like people are getting ahead. I feel like I'm already ahead. And a huge thing that's hard for me when I'm collecting, if I'm collecting at 9 a.m., I'm worried because by 9 I should be creating. I should be getting to work. So from 5 to 7, it's this 2-hour block that includes shower time where I am collecting. Now, I do that in so many different ways. There'll probably be another video on how I do those things. But not just collecting as far as peaceful, but you're collecting life to your soul. So that's why reading the Bible. For me, I read other books. I read 2 books a week. This is all during that time. It's not necessarily for any other agenda. It's for my own soul and my apprenticeship to Jesus. This sets me off. I have to collect before I create. This is Jahng right here. I so badly I want to make a dramatic exit by just throwing it down, but then I have to put it back together, and I don't want to collect those back because I got to create now. Oh, I should have just still done it. Now, the creating part gets tricky. For me, it's a lot of note-taking. If I'm working out or I'm on my iPhone, anywhere near an iPhone, I just write in my notes. But I have really found when I'm creating, me, although in this video it looks like I like to alliterate, but I don't. I'd rather obliterate the alliterate because I'd rather rhyme. I love paper. When you're creating, put every stupid idea on the page because those stupid ideas might actually lead to great ideas. When I'm doing sermon prep, even though I think I'll never use this line, I still write it out because that helps me in creating. When I'm thinking of my videos, I still write out all my ideas. In fact, I think I have 75 ideas on Evernote right now, vlog ideas, and I haven't used 75 of them. But for me, when I'm creating, it's so important that I don't jump to consuming. I'm still creating. I'm gleaning from people. I'm writing ideas down. I'm reading text. I'm gleaning wisdom from my collection maybe. I may still be collecting throughout the day, things that are helpful, but not necessarily things that are entertaining, which is consuming. Okay, now, when you are creating, there's two more powerful ideas that have helped me in creating content specifically for videos, but also definitely for sermons as well. The one that helps me the most, and I'm actually really bothered right now because it's crooked, but it kind of proves my point. Personal is more powerful than professional. When you're creating content, you're creating for your message, whatever it is, you need to lean into the personal, lean into the flaws. Lean into kind of a messy, that's why I love the vlog genre, rather than some professional, everything sounds incredible and everything's perfect. That's not how you create. You can create that way, but it actually doesn't make as much of a difference. Like a professional way of getting my camera is to walk around, gently pick it up, turn it off. But a personal way is to grab the camera like this. Okay, that was a super bad example. But again, that's personal. I'm talking about how it's a bad example. I need to hurry before my dad sees me. Another thing that's really helpful is the process of documenting over creating. Oftentimes my best videos are when they weren't planned. I simply have the camera on and whatever happens, happens. And it turns out that what happens in real life is better than when I try to fabricate my life. Even though right there, I probably would have never actually push-upped in normal life, so I'm contradicting myself. Shut up! Still breathing heavy from those push-ups. So if I'm collecting from like 5 to 7 a.m. at least, and then on my drive, I'm listening to a podcast to edify my soul. When I get to the office, or if I stay home and create, put pen to the paper with a lot of music. Hope that door didn't shut, I'm locked out. I forgot my keys in the office. Shoot. And I don't look up till lunch. And at lunch, I'm using it to talk to somebody, meet with somebody. This still keeps my creative juices flowing. I always get tired after lunch, food coma. So I've actually been intermittent fasting a lot where I just eat dinner, or I go back to collecting. I go to the gym and I'm listening to something edifying like a podcast, something for my soul, audiobook, Bible. And then at the end of the night, like before I edit or right after I edit, I consume some of my favorite YouTubers. I consume entertainment because I actually do think it helps my creative flow. But afterwards, for the next day, not. I think when I immediately go to consumption, I get discouraged. I just get like my creative juices are just. That's how I create consistent content, by collecting, then creating, then consuming. So honestly, I would love to know your process. Do you have a process? Maybe that's your problem.
Shoot.
You think that was planned, that wasn't. This is documenting versus creating. I did not create that opportunity. I'm not that smart. This was a great opportunity. Hopefully, just hopefully, that door over here is unlocked. If not, I literally left my keys in my office, which I can't even go home. I'm locked out here. I don't even have my phone to write stuff down or read. And my battery's dying. You can't make this stuff up. Oh my gosh. And I don't know the code. I am stuck in here. Good thing I already collected and kind of created this morning, because I'm stuck here for a while and my phone's not here to consume. Oh, duh. I guess I could hop the fence. Nah, that ain't worth it. I'll wait here.